Obviously, LeBron James talked about it. He highlighted it in his post game. We'll talk about it right now. LeBron hinting at the possibility of being done with the sport of basketball. The question is, do you believe him? And this was a question that like every single news network, every single person asked themselves. Do you believe him? And the real question is, if you do believe him, then it's not, do you believe that he's going to retire? It's, do you think he's going to think about it? Because that's all he said. Yeah, he assured that, yeah, I'm going to think about retirement to the reporter, Dave McMenamin, I think, or Brian Windhorst, post-game. Like, that's what I mean. But do you believe him? Do you think that he is just going to at least think about it, sit down and think about it? I believe him. He's 38 years old, 20 years in the league, leading scorer of all time, has the most minutes in the playoffs. He's going to pass Kareem for most regular season and minutes played in the entire playoffs and regular season. He's going to pass. He's going to be top 10 in almost every statistical category that matters. I mean, at the end of the day, LeBron has absolutely nothing else to give to this sport. But do I believe him? I believe that he's going to think about it, but I do not believe that he's going anywhere. For the simple fact, they were one series away from the finals, and LeBron James is still a top 5 player in this league. You can say top 10. You can say top 12. I say top 5. That 40 piece proved to me if that man was healthy, he is still a top 5 player in this league. Foot, not ankle. I can't remember. I think it's his left or right foot. That's going to require surgery this offseason. So, in my opinion, when he comes out and says in the post game, I'm still 90% better than this league, I think he's 99% better than people in this league. I think he was being a little generous, you know. Then he came out and said 95. More, I still think 99, 98, 99, you know. There's only a couple players better than him, man. That's my truth. That's what I believe. But LeBron is 38 years old. LeBron would be going into year 21. There's a lot of things to think about here, y'all. I know his biggest thing was to play with Bronny. I know he wanted to play with Bronny. That's been his thing. He wanted to be his teammate or even compete against him. I'm not too sure if there was like a either or type of a thing, but that's been his biggest thing. You know, obviously his biggest thing is a championship, but his biggest thing he can do besides a championship in the NBA that remains is to play in the same time as Bronny. But also saying that, that's my dream. Maybe that's not his dream. You know, that maybe that's not what I want to do. Maybe that's not what he wants to do. I mean, it's what I want to do, but it may not be what he wants to do. You know, Bronny just signed with USC over the last week or so. So he's going to be sticking around at home and stuff. So it raises the question, man, do you believe LeBron? I believe him. I believe that he is going to sit back, not think about it immediately, you know, relax, soak in the season, hang out with the fam, hang out with some friends. I think he's going to think about it. I do. And I think this is the first time LeBron's ever even given it a thought. And it's crazy to even think about LeBron giving retirement a thought. But we got to realize that this man's not going to be around forever. He's 38 years old. He's 20 years in this league. Appreciate greatness is all I got to say. Appreciate greatness while it's still here. It's funny how many people get sad and mad and thankful once a guy comes out and says, maybe it's done for me. You know, maybe I'm out. You know, the haters become real fans real quick once they realize that guy's no longer going to be in the league. So just appreciate it, man. If this is it, and if next year's it, if he's done in 5 years, who knows? Whatever it is, I'm thankful that I got to watch the best version of LeBron James, this version of LeBron James. And, you know, as a Lakers fan and as a LeBron James fan, you know, I'm just thankful that he gave me all the memories that he has given me in this time. We'll see. I can't change his opinion, but I'm still pretty confident that LeBron knows that he has a lot left in that tank. Maybe not a lot, but I think 2 to 3 more years left in that tank if he wants it at a high level. And it's up to him if that competitive juice and those competitive juices are still flowing in him. I think they are. People say he's the most competitive person they know, so I just don't think he's going to walk away when he's still at such a high level in his playing ability. So I'd be very surprised. Quick thing around these news networks is, should you take a year off? No. That's my simple answer. I'm not going to go too in depth with that. No. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. LeBron's not taking a year off of basketball at 39 years old and then coming back for 40 when he's 40. No, that makes no sense. The man is 38 years old. If he's coming back to play basketball. He's coming back to play basketball or not. He's retiring or he's not retiring. Okay? Stop these narratives. Stop this crap. If he comes back a little bit later in the season next year, I won't be surprised. If he gets that surgery and says, I'm going to push off till December. Maybe I could be back by October, but let's push it off till December. Let my body adjust and everything. Let me build my body up. And I think the Lakers can survive until that point. We'll see. But that wouldn't surprise me as much as taking a year off. At 38 years old, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's some stupid stuff, man. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. But that will do it for my LeBron James possibly retiring talk. Once again, thank you, LeBron. Let's go into the Lakers offseason moves because this team is still a team without LeBron or not. Let's look at. I'm gonna give y'all some levels of what I think the Lakers can do in this offseason when it comes to their moves. I got 3 levels. I got keepers. I've got on the bubble guys that I wouldn't mind keeping or leaving. And see you later, guys. Out of here. If you're on this team next year, it's a problem. And then free agents, I would love to see the Lakers at least make an attempt for it. Some of these guys might be a little outlandish. Honestly, one of them might be a little outlandish. The other guys that I've got on here are kind of reasonable. I tried to be realistic. I didn't put Kyrie on here because I don't think Kyrie's coming to the Lakers. And I didn't put a trade for Trae Young because I don't want that defensive nuisance on my team. I had D'Lo. I like D'Lo. I like D'Lo more than I like Trae Young, so I don't want Trae Young. Sorry. That man's led the league in assists the past 2 years. He is not a good three-point percentage shooter. He might take a lot of threes, and there might be some cool 30-footers, but he still shoots 33% from out there. I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want him. He's a closer, though. So, let's get into it. Keepers for the Lakers next season. Starting off with the King returns. That's what I need. I need the King to return, first of all. That's the biggest move of the offseason for the Lakers. If that happens, then we're going to start thinking about maybe making a run at this thing. Keeper, obviously, this name's floated around. Another stupid thing that's out there. Anthony Davis will be back with the team this year. I get it. He's Mr. Mountain himself, up and down, Mr. Slopes, whatever you want to call him. That man cannot consistently play great basketball in the playoffs. I have not seen it. I did not see it this playoffs, really. But I truly think I've got a feeling that this could be the year that Anthony Davis finally officially takes that mantle from Bron. We've been waiting for it for 4 years now. Since Bron's been here since 2019? 2020 is when we got AD. So 3 years. 3 years we've been waiting for this mantle to be passed, and it's not been passed yet because Anthony Davis is just not willing to grab it. So I think this is the year, though, that Anthony Davis, if there's a year, it's got to be this year, to just say, all right, he's got to take that step forward this offseason, build his body, be prepared, got to stay healthy, be available. Availability is the most important thing in the NBA right now, especially for a team like the Lakers that is so reliant on their superstars. Another keeper for me this offseason, Austin Reeves. That man better get paid. Excuse me, y'all. Austin Reeves, $80 million man, probably. That's the number I'm going to throw around. Probably about $20 million a year. I wouldn't be surprised if I could push up to 25. That man has earned every single cent of his next paycheck. Absolute star. I would be honestly shocked to the core if the Lakers somehow found a way not to bring this guy back. Restricted free agent, so you can match whatever is offered to him. I imagine he's going to get offered around $80 million. So, be prepared. Be prepared, Lakers. You have to bust up in that piggy bank for AR-15. The next guy that we have got to sign, no matter what, Rui Hachimura. That guy is an energy player. That guy is always ready for the moment. He has never shied away. Maybe he didn't play great in Game 4. Maybe the lights were a little too bright, but he was still putting effort out there, playing defense, trying offensively. It just wasn't falling for him. So I just love what Rui brings to the team. He's a big guy. He's a true power forward in this league, and it's like it maybe not even true power forward. It's more just a true forward. That guy is he just does everything at the forward position. He's not afraid to play defense, and he's not afraid to shoot or attack the basketball or take that mid range, that nice little fade away from the post. That guy's got a little bit of a bag that not a lot of players in this league have that, and he's also very underrated with that bag. So I think no matter what, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura with Anthony Davis and LeBron have to be back for next year. A couple more names in the keepers. I do want to see Schroeder back. The hard thing for me for Schroeder is how much money is that going to get? How much money is he going to get paid? Because he passed up on our deal that one time, gets the minimum, gets cut, gets brought back to the Lakers, and he was just a pest. That guy, he's earned himself some money, man. Like, it's hard to come off of a minimum deal once you're on it, especially after you've been offered big money, turned it down because you thought you should be more, and then get put back on a minimum. It's hard to bounce off that minimum. It's hard to get off of it. I think Dennis Schroeder's earned himself some money. If it's too much money, then Lakers might have to think about it going in a different direction. I don't think it's going to be too much money. Dennis, he's the guy he's not going to be getting too much money, but he deserves more than a minimum contract is the thing I'm trying to say here. A guy that really didn't show up in the conference finals, but he had too many good moments this season. He's too good of a defender. Lakers need that. They need energy defenders, even though he has not much of an offensive presence. I think one off season at the PJ Tucker, corner specialist masterclass, that or Ray Allen or Klay Thompson, whoever the hell you want to learn from for that corner three, pick them, find them, hang out all offseason with him. Vando, I want to bring back Jeremy Vanderbilt. He's a defensive guy. He might not have any offensive abilities really, but defensively he's just elite. He's not afraid to make those plays defensively and guard anybody. He is willing to guard anybody. He might not be perfect, but he is willing to guard anybody. I like players like that. So I would love to bring Vando back. If he can work on that corner three, that's all I need. Just give me one or two of those a game. One or two of those a game. Just try it. Doesn't have to go in. Just attempt it to get that defense thinking, man. If he can work on that little corner three, I think Vando is definitely a keeper for next season. And then Max Christie, only because I think he's under contract. Young guy, too. I wouldn't mind keeping a young guy like him. We drafted him. I've heard really good things about his jump shot. He's not afraid to take the three. He's been working on it. So I like Max Christie. I think he's already on contract. So the only reason I put him on keepers was because of that. And let's keep the young guys. Why not? We drafted him. I will keep him. Who wants him? He hasn't played any minutes. Keep him around. All right, let's get to the on the bubble players. These players, I wouldn't be sad if we lost them, but I think they would be great locker room / players on the court. You know, with a training camp, everything that comes into an offseason, so you can build the team. If they're on this team from day one, I think that they could bring a nice thing to the squad. And those players are Lonnie Walker, the fourth. We got to find a way to bring back that guy. I didn't put him on keepers because he didn't get enough big moments for this team. So it's like, if we lose him, maybe we can find a guy that can replace that role. I won't be complete butthurt, but I really would love to see Lonnie back as a Laker. At the beginning of the season, I thought he was going to be a starter all year. I mean, he played so good for us early on, got a little cold streak, and then came back in these playoffs and just stayed ready, man. Stayed ready. I think if the Lakers need to find a way to bring back a guy like that, he's a guy he is a good playoff player, you know, unafraid of the moment. So I would love to bring him back. I might get clowned for this one, but my man came out in that game 4 and gave some of the most energetic, hard minutes of the entire series for the Lakers, Tristan Thompson. That man better be on our roster next season. He's on the bubble for me because he didn't get any minutes all year. We didn't even pick him up to the last 2 weeks of the season. But that man, there's no reason that man should have been a free agent until the 2 weeks of the season. There's no reason that man that should be working on ESPN during the year. That guy is a legitimate basketball player still. There is too many bad players in this league for that guy to not get a roster spot somewhere. That guy came out in game 4 and gave hell. Maybe he wasn't perfect. Maybe Jokic worked him a couple times, but he came out and gave effort. He came and gave us a little bit of energy. Played defense, set picks, guarded Jokic, just tried, passed the ball, wasn't afraid to run the floor as a big man. He gave a little bit of a spark at that center position the Lakers have not had all year. AD was gassed in game 4. He was gassed. It was one of those things where it's like, what are we doing, Anthony Davis? Like, how is Tristan Thompson not working right now? So that's one of those things where it's like, you gotta bring back this guy. Even if he doesn't play any minutes, he's a locker room guy. I think he's a guy that, if he doesn't get any minutes, oh, well, he's your 15th player. That guy's never going to get minutes anyways. I'd rather him be our 15th player than someone that has absolutely no locker room presence either. So I think Tristan Thompson brings value to the team even if he's not even playing on the court. So I would like to see him come back. And then a guy, I didn't want to put him to see you later because he had too many good moments for this team. Not a lot of there were some bad moments, but the bad moments didn't kill our season, so I can't be too bad on him. Plus, he's been one of the best shooters in the league the past 2 years. He just got in a cold streak. It happens to shooters. Malik Beasley. I would like to see him back on the Lakers next year. I think him full offseason with the Lakers, find him a role on that on the seconds. I think he would be a great addition to this team, or a great, not an addition, bring back to this team, I guess you would say, for next year. Because I think it was second or third last 2 years in threes behind Steph Curry and Buddy Hield. I think he was third behind those two guys in the last 2 years in threes. So it's like, this guy can shoot. This guy he's been given opportunities and he makes them. He's got a little bit of a cold streak, man. So I would really like to see the Lakers bring back Malik Beasley for next season. All right, let's get to these see you laters. See you laters. I'm not gonna stay too long on these. These two guys. One of the guys is absolutely for sure out of here. Don't want to see you ever again on this Lakers squad. I loved you while you're here. Your 2 stints here gave it away a little bit, but the other guy, I respect him. He played his heart out for us during the regular season. Just didn't get any minutes during these postseason. So wouldn't be surprised if he's gone, and wouldn't mind seeing him gone. Get a little more of an impact player. So first things first, let's get this guy out of the way. I already know him, D'Angelo Russell. Get him out of here. I would love to have him on a minimum. I'll take him on a minimum. A minimum, kind of vet minimum. I'll take that in a heartbeat. But I ain't paying that man $30-20 million. No. That man just lost a lot of money. D'Lo lost a lot of money. Goes crazy against the Warriors. Pretty much people are talking about, this guy's going to be the third guy for this Lakers team. This guy's going to get paid. He might be a Laker for a little bit. Lost his whole entire role. He lost his whole entire role in this team because of one series. Let's take a look at those stats for LeBron James in this. D'Angelo Russell in this series. 6 points per game, 2 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and no impact on defense. And then 13% from 3, 32% from the field, and only 75% from the free throw line. That is what you call terrible. 25 points in this entire series, y'all. 25 points in this entire series. For a guy where his role was not to play defense. Dennis Schroeder had 28. I'm okay with Dennis Schroeder's 28. There is no reason that D'Angelo Russell should be scoring less points than, personally, Rui Hachimura. I love when Rui's aggressive, but D'Angelo Russell should be our third or fourth best scorer on this team. That's the only impact he has on a team when he's on a team. He's an offensive star when he's good. When he's good, when he's on, he's an offensive star in this league. He is far from that because when he's not making that shot, he has zero impact on defense. I don't understand why Darvin Ham kept him in this series. He was not feeling it. Was never going to get confident in this series. When you're getting attacked every single play on defense, and they're begging you to take a shot, that confidence is going to go away. I'm not acting like I'm a basketball player and know all this stuff, but for me, if I was getting cooked up every single play on defense, having to work super hard on defense, losing my legs on defense, and then coming back and they're giving me open shots, man, my confidence is going to be low, man. My confidence is going to be low when it comes to that, So, D'Angelo Russell, see you later. Not rooting against the guy. I love him. I've always rooted for him, but that dude has no impact for our team like the Lakers. But if he's back, he's back. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to be one of these guys that, there's no reason he should be on this team. No. If he's an NBA player at the end of the day. He's not perfect, but he's an NBA player. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear it. There's a lawnmower outside. The next guy, Troy Brown Jr., he played great for us in the regular season. Lakers, he gave the Lakers a lot of good minutes during the regular season. I can't hate the impact he had on this team. He had really good games. He was an energy player in the regular season and just lost all those minutes in the postseason. And wasn't shooting much from the line. I don't even know if he got a minute. He didn't get a single minute in this entire series. No, he did. He came out. Yeah, just bad, low, garbage minutes and stuff. So it's just one of those things. He just didn't get minutes. I would be surprised if he's back with the team next year. No, Malik didn't, but Malik kind of can still bring you a little bit. Can bring a little bit to a team offensively if he can get to a hot streak or something. But that'll do it for my see you later players. I didn't have too many of those kind of players on this team. I was I was genuinely happy and impressed with this squad and what they were able to pull off. I can't say much. I mean, at the end of the day, the Lakers just ran into a better team. You know, it'd be different if the Lakers lost to a team that wasn't better than them and it was in 7 games or a game-winning shot. You know, the Lakers lost in 4 to a team that was better than them. The Lakers had chances in every single one of those games, and the better players showed up when they needed to show up. Not even better players, just the better closers. You know, LeBron's he's got so many great moments in this league with buzzer beaters and game-winning games, but you know, at the end of the day, he's not a closer. He's not a Kobe Bryant closer. He's not a Michael Jordan closer. He's not a Jamal Murray closer. You know, he's not a Kyrie Irving closer. That's not what he does. That's not what Anthony Davis does. And that's what the Lakers were lacking in this series. That's why Austin Reeves was so effective in the fourth quarter, because he can go get a bucket at any moment in the game. So that was the biggest thing for this team. Is just they didn't have a closer compared to the Nuggets having a closer. They lost to the better team with the better closing unit. But that'll do with my see you later players. Sorry, going on the Lakers tangent. It's been a rough last couple of days. I had to get this all off my chest. Quickly, let's get into these free agents that I would love to see the Lakers maybe take a run at. There's a lot of big names out there. I kind of wanted to be a little realistic here. Obviously, you can throw the Kyrie name out there. I don't think the Lakers go after him unless he's signing less than $20 million. That's the only. I think the Lakers can only afford it if it's less than that, because there's no way the Lakers don't match Austin, and I would be surprised if they don't match Rui. I mean, at the point if you're matching Austin, you might as well match Rui, because you're not probably gonna be able to bring Kyrie anyways if you match Austin. So, in my opinion, once you match Austin, Kyrie's probably out the window. That possibility, unless he's taking less than $20 million, and I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if that happened. So the guys that I really like, and these guys might be $20 million guys, some of them. I think specifically this first guy, because how good he's been playing the last couple of seasons, how much he has improved his game. Some people might not even know this guy, and it's kind of disrespectful if you consider yourself a basketball fan and don't know this guy. And this guy is the definition of a worker, a energy player, a defender, and has absolutely improved his offensive game. Jeremy Grant, that dude, he is a worker, man. I am a fan. I have been a fan of this guy since, I think, the Thunder. Yeah, where did he... Hang on. Let's see. Where did Jeremy Grant start his career? He started with... He's on the Trailblazers. He was drafted by the 76ers. Okay. So then he got moved. Okay, he got moved to the Thunder. Okay. And he was with the Nuggets, and then he was with the Pistons, and now he's with the Blazers. Okay. I remember his days with the Thunder were pretty fun days, and with the Nuggets in that 2020 season. I remember him that year. I was like when we beat them in the Western Conference Finals. But that man has taken a massive step forward, and I think he would be an elite number 4 next to Anthony Davis if y'all want to keep Anthony Davis at that center position. Fully for it if you're going to do that. If you're saying, hey, Anthony Davis, it was your first year as center and it was pretty good job. Let's run it back, get bigger, stronger, more adjusted to that body, see if we can stay even more healthy, and let's try and run it back with this elite defender in the 4 spot, so you kind of have some help down there. I would love that move. I think that would be my favorite move if the Lakers make one this offseason when it comes to a role player. If you want to get a role player, if we're getting a star, I'll be happy if we landed on Kyrie. I would be happy. It's hard not to be at least a little happy. I'd be a little scared, a little nervous. Probably not as happy, actually, because there's a lot that comes with Kyrie Irving. Even though I'm a massive fan of the guy. But I would love if the Lakers go and get a Jeremy Grant to kind of match with Anthony Davis on the defensive end. This is kind of a flip on its head if the Lakers said, all right, the center with Anthony Davis, it worked, but we won a championship with Anthony Davis at the 4. Let's see if that works again. Let's go to that approach where we get some centers like Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. ADC's at the 4 position. He could play that help defense, bang up Jokic. That's how they kind of beat him in that last time. So if they decide that, I would love for the Lakers to go after Brook Lopez. I think you can get him kind of on a decent deal. He's been a Laker before. He had some really good moments. If you don't forget, the years when he was a Laker was the years he kind of became that 3-point deadeye a little bit. Those years when he was with the Lakers, he kind of changed his game a little bit to that 3-point specialist when it comes to at least a center-wise, a 3-point specialist. So I would not be surprised at all by that. He's a great rebounder. I think he was runner-up defensive player of the year. If not runner-up, he was in the top 3 at least. I knew he was a finalist. Excuse me. He'd be a perfect guy to sit next to Anthony Davis if you want Anthony Davis to get a little bit of a little bit less of that center action. You can still play Anthony Davis at the center. When you take Brook Lopez out, put 80 at the 5 then. So I would love that. Brook is getting a little older too, so it kind of works out where you could do that little mix matching and stuff. Once again though, if you're gonna go the power forward approach, only because LeBron has a history with this guy, and he has shown that he still has some stuff in the gas tank for this Heat this year, and the Lakers could use any shooting that they can use. Desperately could use shooting and rebounding. Kevin Love, I think, would be a pretty good asset for this team. You can get him probably for a veteran minimum. And LeBron, they're best friends. LeBron and Kevin Love, we know what that kind of relationship they've gotten over there with Cleveland and stuff. So I get it. Like, I would get it if we landed a Kevin Love. I would like it. Yeah, he's a little bit of a liability on defense, but the Lakers need shooters, man. And Kevin Love's a dead-eye shooter. He knows his role. He's an effort player more than anything. Like, I was watching them last night, and Miami lost, but Kevin Love's working at all times. That dude is not walking around. He's not sleeping. He's always putting in effort. Maybe he, ability-wise, can't block that shot. Maybe ability-wise, he can't make that shot. Maybe ability-wise, he might take a couple dumb shots. But at the end of the day, that dude's going to be working every single play. Defensively, he might not even be that good, but guess what he's going to try? People forget that he locked up Steph Curry in that Game 7 for a game-winning tying or winning shot, whatever it was. He locked him up. He locked him up on the perimeter. Kevin Love is a decent perimeter defender. He's a worker more than anything. Like, skill-wise, he's not the greatest defender, but he works. He tries. He puts effort out there, and that's something the Lakers need, that working veteran mindset. And that can just be instilled to those young guys that we already have. Then another guy that has been a Laker before that, I think he might not mind a little bit of reunion. I've always loved his game, and he's becoming an absolute elite sixth man in this league and a great guard in this league now. Jordan Clarkson for the Jazz right now. That dude's a bucket. He's a little bit of a streaky guy. You know, he kind of got a little bit of that Malik in him, but he's a little bit more of he's a scorer. More of a scorer than Malik. Malik is a shooter. Jordan Clarkson's a scorer. Clarkson can score from any level. He's not afraid to score. He's an energy guy as well. Defensively, there's things that he can change in his game, but then he's a guy that is not afraid to get a bucket. That's kind of similar to an Austin Reeves in a way when it comes to him getting his buckets. Like, he just knows how to get to his spot and elevate and score. So I think offensively he would be an amazing asset. And then if the Lakers wanted to get a star guard that shoots the ball well and willing to pay a little bit more money than to get a bunch of role players, like pay a little bit money for a star instead of paying a bunch of role players or paying one superstar and getting no role players, I would love to get a Fred VanVleet as a guy. He is a great guard. Defensive liability, yes. Everyone knows that. He's a small guard, so he's not going to give you much of a defensive presence. I've experienced that with D'Lo. But still, like, Fred's trying. Like D'Lo wouldn't even try on defense, y'all. Like, D'Lo wasn't even trying. I need to watch more Fred VanVleet defensive highlights, I guess, because I can't quite remember if he's even an effort defender. All I know is that dude can get scorching hot from downtown. A lot more scorching hot than D'Angelo Russell. That's the thing, is the give and take is like, maybe you might just have as bad of a defender, but Fred VanVleet is much less streaky than D'Angelo Russell. He's a better shooter, and I think he's a better scorer, too. I think he can score a little bit more of a well, maybe not. D'Lo's really good in the mid-range, so I would say D'Lo's probably a better scorer, but Fred, he's much more consistent, just so much more consistent. He's a casual 15, 20 points a game. You know, you're not going to get 3 points from Fred VanVleet, I don't think. So, consistency-wise, I think Fred VanVleet would make a lot more sense than a D'Angelo Russell, and he would cost more than he'd probably be the highest priced guy on that list of the guys. Maybe behind Jeremy Grant might get more because he's been playing some good ball recently. But that's it for my Lakers talk, y'all.